arid landscape of the mighty Namib Naukluft Park in the heart of Namibia seems to be endless. It is the fourth largest nature reserve in the world. In the northern region, between the river valleys of the Swakop and Kuiseb, vast fields of scree cover the majority of this 50,000 square kilometre conservation area. This remote world of stone and rock seems so strange and unreal that a part of this region was named after the moon, Moon Valley. Dark hills of granite and smaller mountains provide breathtaking panoramic views of this natural environment of sand, dust and stone. Other of Namibia's nature parks that possess far larger quantities of wildlife attract hordes of visitors, and so far the Namib Naukluft has not suffered from such mass tourism. For most, the park's northern regions are far too remote and isolated. But it is exactly this isolation that gives the park its unique appeal. The solitude and shining colours of the rocky hills and surrounding stone desert are the most impressive characteristics of the striking landscape. One of the most well-known and extraordinary plants in this desert is the Welwitschia mirabilis. Although the climate is extreme, some of this species has been known to survive for up to 2,000 years. Its long leaves twist and turn into each other. On closer inspection, it is apparent that the plant only consists of two ribbon-like leaves. The unique Welwitschia mirabilis stores water and other essential nutrients below the earth in wooden-like roots that often grow to a length of 3 meters. In the endless terrain of the formerly strongly protected diamond area, it is not surprising that many who come here become disorientated. In the midst of the desert, suddenly, a huge rock rises up from the flat plains. For the native people of this region, this rock formation was sacred. Here, heavy rainfall only occurs every few years. Rain is very irregular, but when it comes, it transforms the landscape for several weeks. However, Even during long periods of drought, trees and grass manage to survive. Subterranean rivers provide water, but there is another natural phenomenon that ensures additional life-sustaining moisture. Every 10 days or so, the arid terrain becomes cloaked by a dense fog that gradually moves from the Atlantic towards the interior of the country, thus providing both plant and animal life with essential nourishment. This strange-looking site is not a tree, but a high-growing aloe. The name coca baum or quiver tree derives from the natives who carved quivers from its branches. The quiver tree is the characteristic vegetation of this desert region, which over the course of hundreds of thousands of years has successfully adapted to the harsh conditions of this unforgiving environment. The northern region of the park consists of numerous hills and mountain ranges such as the Naukluft Mountains that rise 2,000 meters above sea level. In order to escape the heat of the sun, a large ostrich family has gathered under the shade of a tree. Further into the Namib Desert, and the colours of the surrounding landscape grow more intense. It is as though both earth and sky are competing against each other to see who shines brightest. Here, nature is at its most spectacular. This is a land of the superlative. According to scientists, the Namib Desert is not only the world's most ancient desert, it also contains some of its highest sand dunes. The majestic and world-famous blazing red dunes of Sossusvlei tower more than 300 meters over the landscape. In this extremely hot, arid and treacherous ocean of sand, even the trees seem to have given up their struggle for survival. Most of the waterholes have dried out, and now this region's wildlife must prepare for yet another period of interminable drought. At the end of the day, the fiery sky seems to emulate the warm red colours of the mighty sand dunes. And amid the beautiful scenery, the magnificent world of the Namib Naukluft Park gradually merges with the intense glow of sunset.